Good morning. Welcome to our midweek devotion. And today, in our Transformed by the Word reading, is taken from Leviticus chapter 22. I don't know about you, but I find the book of Leviticus is a very difficult book for us to read. I have to be very honest with you. Whenever I resolve to read the Bible from cover to cover, I usually start with very big gusto. I find it very exciting to read the first two books of the Bible. I will read Genesis and Exodus very diligently and faithfully meditate on them. In fact, it's fun to read Genesis and Exodus. They are full of drama and suspense and with many interesting characters. Then I'll hit a wall when I reach Leviticus. That's the third book of the Bible, in the Bible. Oh my, well, this Leviticus is extremely hard to read. It's extremely dry. There are so many rules. And to be honest, I find some of these rules quite irrelevant and sometimes even ridiculous. They are so specific and so stringent that they appear quite unreasonable to me at times. For example, in chapter 19, verse 19, it says, "You shall not sow your field with two kinds of seed, and you shall not wear a garment of cloth made of two kinds of materials." In other words, in the Old Testament, in ancient times, in the days of yore, God forbids the Israelites planting two types of crops on the same field at the same time. He also forbids them wearing clothes made of a composite of materials. Why? Is there any medical or scientific reason in forbidding these practices? Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think so also. And I don't think it's necessary to find a scientific reason for it. You see, God did give a reason why He asked them to do things that is different from the world around them. In Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26, He says, "You are to be holy to me because I, the Lord, am holy, and I have set you apart from the nations to be my own." You see, the word holy in the Bible means to set apart or to dedicate. The book of Leviticus is about being holy. The book of Leviticus is about separating a people from the world, setting them apart. In the previous few chapters, the Lord gave very specific and very stringent instructions for the people of Israel to be set apart for Him. In other words, they are to be different. They are to be different on the outside, in the way they dress, so that at one glance, when people see them, they are able to tell that they are set apart. They are different. They are to be different in the way they behave. So at one glance, people are able to tell that they are set apart. Then in chapter 22, God becomes very specific that the sacrifices the priests offer to Him cannot be blemished. What this means is, we are not just to be different on the outside, we are to be set apart on the inside as well. As you read Leviticus chapter 22 today, take time to reflect. Do you look like a child of God on the outside? Well, we ought to be Christ-like in our behavior. We ought to be kind to others. We ought to be generous to the needy. We ought to be helpful in every way we can. We ought to be ready to share our faith at any time. But how about the inside? Do you look like a child of God on the inside? Are you easily angered? Do you exercise self-control? Are you thankful or are you filled with joy? The Lord says in Leviticus chapter 22, verse 31 to 33, He says, "Therefore you shall keep my commandments and perform them. I am the Lord. You shall not profane my holy name, and I will be hallowed among the children of Israel." Then He says, "I'm the Lord who sanctifies you, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I'm the Lord." What God is saying to us is this: I am the Lord who brought you out of bondage, out of slavery. I have set you free. You may be weak now, but I will sanctify you. Not only the outside, but also the inside. The Lord says He will sanctify you inside out. He wants to heal your life, to bring you into the land of abundance and promise. He wants to be your God, to be available to you, to teach you how to live in a worthy way and to be whole. So will you allow Him to do His work in you? Have a good day.